everyone! Last time, we talked about how God made special rules for the priests and the Levites to take care of the tabernacle. God gave them important jobs and even told them how they would receive their food. But with all those important, holy things around, God knew that people would need a way to become clean again after touching things that made them unclean. It's not like being dirty from playing in the mud, but being unclean in a way that meant you couldn't come near the holy things. So, in Numbers 19, God gave Moses and Aaron a very special new instruction for getting clean again. This is known as the law of the red heifer. A heifer is a young female cow, and this one had to be completely red, no spots. It also had to be one that had never worn a yoke for plowing or working. The heifer was taken outside the camp and was to be given up as a special offering. When the heifer was prepared, a priest would take some of its blood and sprinkle it 7 times right in front of the tent of meeting, where the tabernacle stood. Then, the entire animal, skin, meat, blood, and all, would be completely burned up. As it was burning, the priest would add some cedar wood, a red string called hyssop, and some scarlet yarn. These ashes were then gathered and kept outside the camp in a clean place. This was super important because these ashes would be mixed with fresh, running water to create the water of cleansing. This special water of cleansing was the only thing that could make people clean again if they became unclean, especially if they had come into contact with something that had lost its life. For example, if someone touched a body that was no longer living, they became unclean. They had to be sprinkled with this special water on the 3rd day and again on the 7th day. If they weren't sprinkled with the water of cleansing, they couldn't come near the tabernacle and would have to be set apart from the community. It was a very serious rule. So, what does a red cow and ashes have to do with us today? Well, the Bible tells us that this entire ceremony was a picture of something much bigger that would happen later. Just like the red heifer was taken outside the camp to be offered, Jesus was taken outside the city of Jerusalem to give himself up for us on the cross. The heifer's offering made people clean on the outside so they could come near God's dwelling place. But Jesus' offering of himself does something even better. It cleanses our hearts and our consciences on the inside. The Bible says that his blood is much more powerful than the ashes of a heifer. Because of what Jesus did, we are made perfectly clean and can come close to God anytime, not just after a special ceremony. We don't need the ashes and water anymore. Because we have Jesus, our ultimate perfect cleansing, we are made holy in his sight. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can join us next time as we continue our journey through the book of Numbers. God bless.